¿Qué tú nos puedes contar a nosotros sobre las misiones que tú has tenido?
Well, for me, the missions are quite beautiful because they are an experience of God's love, to be able to open my arms and embrace the people. I once had an experience
Ha ido a República Dominicana, yo sé que ha ido a Irlanda, yo sé que en Estados Unidos tú has ido a otros sitios,
yes, to
ha
Costa
estado en
Rica.
Italia, en Costa Rica, en Francia.
Yes, yes.
Cuéntanos brevemente tu experiencia.
When I first began receiving the messages from our Lord and Our Lady, our Lord had promised to me that He would send me throughout the world to share these messages of love, which He calls them, to spread His love and mercy, to awaken the hearts of the people to a deeper faith. The missions themselves are something for me not of this world. They are heaven, once again, because they are of such the deep presence of God's love that I experience within the hearts of the people. To be able to take their hands, to embrace them, to kiss them, to be the hands and the feet of Jesus, to be an instrument of Jesus, which we are all called to be. This is what's most important. We are all called to a mission and purpose in life. We simply must answer the call and begin our walk with the steps of an infant. I began first speaking to 12 people in Atlanta. And this past year, during the feast days of Altagracia in the Dominican Republic, Monsignor Nicanor told me that there were 60 or 70,000 people there. So we never know how God is going to use us. And what's most important are not the numbers, because Jesus said He would leave the 99 for the one. That every soul, each soul is important to Him. And if I could just reach one soul with a message, this is what's most important. And this is why I wanted to do this video. Because I knew that after 17 or 18 years, that it was time. It was time to continue to spread the message in a more profound way, using the media, opening my heart and not being afraid, getting beyond the fear of my own humanness, and giving the gift that God has given me, because this is not my gift, this is the gift for the people.
Es una pregunta un poquito privada.
Yes.
¿Cuál es tu relación con tu director espiritual?
My relationship with my spiritual director is very private, because in those moments with him, I speak about my own struggles, my own doubts, my own needs and desires, and how to discern further God's will for me in my life. He has told me that there's nothing that I should not share with my spiritual director, because at that moment, it is not he who is listening, it is Jesus Himself who is opening His heart to me, and that I would receive those words of wisdom from Jesus, and my director being the instrument for Him. So, oftentimes, the greatest time of need is when I will contact him. And I also want to share that it was very difficult for me initially to go out and speak, because my relationship with my Lord, with our Lord, forgive me, but He is my Lord, and Our Lady, was so private, was so dear to my heart, because they were healing me and transforming me and preparing me to step out amongst the people and to share their hearts throughout the world. So, not to answer a twofold question because the question was specifically about my director. But it is all relative. We all have that place within our hearts. This so deeply personal relationship with God, and that we are called to respect that. We are called not to judge one another, but to love one another. We are called, in being the hands and feet of Jesus, the eyes of Jesus, to have compassion and mercy towards one another. But so often we forget this in the walk of our daily life. So for me, stepping out meant making myself very vulnerable. But I also understood that this was selfish, because when we're given a gift, we're meant to share it. It must be unwrapped.
Yes.
And that Jesus calls us all to be lights of His heavenly grace, and not to put that light under a bushel. Like you on your path of faith, your path of healing others, your path as a priest, you know within your heart that love and the expression of God's love is the most important thing that we could give the people.